19 of the actual document. So I see most of you are open to that page now. If you're looking for that page, it should say at the top, Information Media and Technology Skills as a subset of media literacy. Okay? Here's what we'd like you to do with your group, because you're now a group. We'd like you, first of all, yes?
Media literacy is the subset of information.
Sorry, yes, thank you.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
So, what we'd like you to do is scan the 3 definitions. In essence, right here, the 3 descriptors. Scan these 3 descriptors of what it is saying language students should be able to do in the area of media literacy. And we'd like you to rank them in order of importance to you. You don't have to agree with your group. Okay? Your rank does not have to be the same as the rest of the members of your group. Scan the 3 descriptors and rank them. Yes, you have about 1 minute. These 3 descriptors, yes.
That's okay, we can read about it. Yeah.
So we need to rank those 3 what we individually believe to be well, and in addition to examining that and examining the interpretation, that also includes the influence of
Americans were looking because they were sending messages. I think that the Afghans were sending but yet they killed 11 members of one family and they were less upset about the Afghans than they were about the grandmother. Because the Taliban's commitment to the running the Quran, so that interpretation now satisfactory. Sending individuals who heard their messages differently are values and points of view are understanding how the message
Okay, I'll take that. All right. Okay, how many of you have come up with a personal ranking? Raise your hand, please. Personal ranking? A few of you need a little bit more time, but you're kind of on your way. By the way, I've noticed, well, maybe not. I think some of you have your iPads and computers out. Is there Wi-Fi in here right now? There is. I thought I saw someone get up in here for us. Okay. If you don't have a copy of the document, but you do have something with internet capability, you can go to P21, Resources for Educators, and you can look at that copy of the map if that's easier for you. So, we have understanding how media messages are constructed, for what purposes, and using which tools, characteristics, and conventions. Did anyone choose that as number 1 in importance? Wow, big room and not a single one, okay. Let's see the next one. Examining how individuals interpret messages differently, how values and points of view are included or excluded, and how media can influence beliefs and behaviors. Can you tell we're a room full of language teachers all about perspectives? Okay. And let's look at the last one. Possessing a fundamental understanding of the ethical and legal issues surrounding the access and use of information. This is critical. I'm not going to give you my these are your personal opinions, right? However, it is very important, as we know. Students often think if something is on the internet, it is okay to use it for anything. There is legislation, as we speak, threatening to really change what YouTube looks like. Drastically change what YouTube looks like because, and in a way I understand it, and in a way it's too bad because kids are doing really creative things with they're being inspired by existing movies or songs or whatever to create other things, but they don't have the legal right to use the original song or video clip. So they might find that we won't be seeing that. There's a lot of work going on in that arena. Now what we're going to do, does anyone want to share anything? Does anyone have any comments at this point, just having looked at those descriptors, anything they would like to add or anything that came up from their discussions about these 3 descriptors around media literacy? Okay. So let's take a look at the examples. And I'd like you to scan the examples. And again, this is a personal choice for you. So if you're taking notes on a separate piece of paper, just jot it down for yourself. And when you have a chance, we'll grab the map for you or grab it online. Scan the examples and select one. Just one that you look at and go, you know, I think I could do that with my classes. Pick one. Or you don't have to do it as is, but one that gives you an idea and you say, yeah, I've got an idea about how I could do something kind of like that. That would work really well with my students in my context and what I teach. Okay? Take a look at those examples now. This is kind of a quiet thinking time. We will get a chance to share, don't worry.
So in the novice range, students identify the types of U.S. films showing in target language country, and then discuss in English why those movies are popular in other countries and what they reflect about American culture. And another example in the novice range is students compare news headlines by the target culture and their home communities to determine what sorts of events are considered important. Similarities and differences are graphed and discussed. That's novice. We want to look at all ranges or just novice? Maybe in the intermediate range, students view several advertisements from a target country and analyze the strategies used to market the product. Working in small groups, students review websites from a target culture that provide information on the home state based on information given in the target culture in order to research. Each small group collaborates with other groups in class to develop an informational entry about their city, state, or school and post it to an online encyclopedia site. Another intermediate one example, students share selected unique ads from the target language. Discuss the product, students hold and identify the words and phrases used to persuade the public. Students identify the advertising strategies and marketing techniques used to appeal to their emotions. They can compare these ads to products. How fun! Okay, and then the advanced range, students listen to online programming that promotes from the target language country related to a current U.S. event and analyze how the target cultural perspectives influence how that event is covered. Huge. And then the other example here is students write and post book reviews to a target language website after reading English in the target language.
This would be a little more involved. This would be a little more, yeah, this would take a little more time. This one you can do.
And I think if we're asking the question, can we do what can we do?
That's what I thought. Okay.
I would say I can do any of them.
Yeah, this one's a little very pretty involved.
Japanese needs that kind of two advance.
And 5.
Yeah, I think you can do that because then you can go into the bees on the movie.
3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Would anyone like to share out with the group something that came to mind or something they thought of as they were discussing this and saying, and looking at these activities? Did any of you get really excited about an idea? You did? Would anyone like to share? Yes.
Well, actually, the advanced range one, I have my AP students do. The listen on to online programming news, and then, you know, they'll take a little 5-minute clip from TV5 or Radio Canada or something like that, and then the whole class listens to it. Then they give a little summary of it, ask class questions, and then they have to compare it to something else that's going on in our own community or in our own culture.
They're making connections. Good. Did everybody hear that, or do I need to repeat it? Perfect. Excellent. Would anyone else like to share? Yes.
Again, for my AP class, I just thought, wow, you know, I buy my books from Amazon.de most of the time. How cool if my kids go in there and put their reviews on Amazon in Germany.
Yes. Absolutely. They can review music online. They can review movies online. They can review books. They can go online. They can read an article and then participate in the forum. And other native speakers can read their comments and respond to them and so on. Caveat, of course, when we do that, for internet security reasons, we try to teach our students to use their German name or their French name only as their identifier if possible, and so on. But I have my students actually participate in forum posts on the articles and events we study in class. Have them write the reviews. Absolutely. Other ideas? Yes?
I love the TV commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Not just with practice of the language, but culturally, you see so many different things, and the kids would get a kick out of that. I'd love to use that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any questions that cropped up as you took a look at these particular samples? Okay. I think we have time to do a similar one. We're going to